Alex Schaerer is the skipper of, it's Caol Ila, right?
Caol Ila.
Caol Ila. And it's a Maxi 72. First and foremost, Alex, talk about the day you had yesterday. You had an outstanding start to this regatta. What did the team do well?
Well, I think they executed all the maneuvers well, and I have to say I'm only the helmsman, and for me it's still a bit new with the new mast and everything, but I think it was just also that I sort of was able to get into it. We shouldn't get like too enthusiastic yet. It was just one day, and we're still in early days, but I have to give credit to the team. All the maneuvers went perfectly, and that's mostly the team effort.
Well, these are amazing boats. They're huge platforms. What is it like to drive one of these monsters? I mean, I can't even imagine trying to steer this thing and understanding how much distance you have against another boat, when to duck, all that business. It's got to be very nerve-wracking at times to drive one of these boats.
Well, definitely need a good bowsman, that tells you when you're ducking. But then on the other hand, yeah, I mean, at home I drive a Porsche, and it's a bit similar. It's like a sports car on water. Yeah, the very sensible helm, so you have to be in a way very gentle with it, but then sometimes very hard with it, so you really drive it like a sports car in a way.
So now Bellamente had a good season last year. They won the World Championship. Obviously this is a competitive class. You all did a few things with your boat to try to improve your performance. I understand that you had to get a new rig, unfortunately, but when doing that you also lengthened your keel a bit. Can you talk a little bit about the decisions behind those modifications?
Well, the keel, the maximum draft was set at 540 for the class, so we were only 520, so that was a bit a no-brainer. We had to go there.
Yes.
Even though you cannot go into ports like Saint-Tropez anymore now, which is a bit of pity. But then, on the other hand, the mast, we had the shorted mast before the breakage, and we would for sure not have bought a new mast just because of that. But as we had to get the new one, have the longest one, so it's always a bit like, one gets a bigger one, the next one gets a bigger one.
Right.
So I wonder when the other ones will pick up, but definitely down in it makes a huge difference, that bigger rig.
Well, I was going to say, yesterday's performance would lead one to believe that the changes you've made have been successful.
Yeah, definitely. We made the boat also a bit less stable, a bit less weight in the keel. And then, this, I mean, in the mainsail, that doesn't make such a big difference, the area, but, 1 meter in these big kites, that makes quite a few square meters if you go across, of the whole thing.
Now, this is your first time sailing in Key West, is it not?
No, we sailed 2 years ago with the 68-footer.
Okay, right. Well, I was talking to Hap, and this is, and you mentioned off camera, becoming more and more like a one design class. The differences in the boats are very small. Do you agree with that? It is almost to the point of one design?
Yeah, because we were a bit worried in one race yesterday, because Chetu just came in behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And so they owed us, I think, or we owed them 3 seconds, but we were 5 seconds ahead of them with 1 boat length.
Yes.
So we could still win, so that means it's basically, you would have already be, bow to bow, and then have a photo finish that makes a difference. So I think it's almost a one design class now.
Which makes for great racing, doesn't it?
Well, for sure, because there was not one mark rounding where there wasn't another boat just like next to you there. So it's a bit exciting for a helmsman, but then on the other hand, it's also a lot of fun. Yep.
Right. Well, fantastic, and we wish you luck the rest of the week. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.